Hello, and thank you for coming to the McWaters Effect. I'm your host, Matt. Today I'm looking at OAN, but first I need you to hit like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Let's take a look at this news article. White House works with big tech to censor political opposition. And there's a video here. We'll go ahead and watch it.
And online censorship has become a hot topic as conservatives speak out against more and more abusive censorship. The White House has even stated they are collaborating with social media companies to censor the speech of Americans. Security studies president and author of Winning the Second Civil War Without Firing a Shot, Jim Hansen, sat down with Christina Bobb to explain what Americans can do about it.
Joining me in studio, Jim Hansen, author of Winning the Second Civil War Without Firing a Shot. The government seems to be outsourcing censorship on their political opposition. What can you tell me about it?
It's a way they've found, since the Constitution forbids them from actually banning speech themselves, of using their allies in Silicon Valley to do the dirty work. Not that they weren't willing. You know, the tech companies in Silicon Valley have an agenda. It's a leftist agenda, and they've been censoring and limiting the reach of conservative thought. Now there seems to be an official partnership admitted from the podium by Jen Psaki that they're telling them, the government is telling the tech tyrants what they don't want the people to see, and Silicon Valley is going ahead and shutting that down. How
does that effectively work? It's hard to conceptualize that the White House is actually shutting down Americans without their knowledge or understanding. How does it work?
I don't know what they're doing, but Jen Psaki said they are flagging particular posts to Facebook. So at some level, you've got White House staffers sitting in front of a computer looking at Facebook for information they don't like or that was sent to them, and then saying, well, yeah, this is bad and that person's bad. And then Facebook and Twitter and the rest are going ahead and removing that, which should horrify anybody who believes that A, the Constitution is still the law of the land, and B, that free speech should be independent of that as a goal for our social media platforms. It's not, as it currently stands.
And how do Americans push back on that? What can people do to make sure that their voice is heard?
First, you have to go ahead and speak, even if it puts you at risk of being shut down. The more people who are doing it, the harder it is for them to actually implement their censorship. There's a level of it that, you know, it's their business model is to have people communicate. If enough people are doing it, that makes it more difficult. The second and most important one is get the left out of power and put people in Congress and in the White House who will stand up for the Constitution and our right to live free as Americans.
And state legislatures, I will add. I think I think we need to see the states rise up as well and say, you know, we're not going to continue to allow this federal overreach. What do you think?
A lot of times there are better causes for action in the states, whether it's consumer protection laws, where the tech platforms are violating their own terms of services, where they say they don't discriminate when we all know they do. So absolutely, put people in all levels of government who believe in the American ideals, the Constitution, free speech, and all of it.
Absolutely. Well, sir, thank you so much for your time.
All right, guys, that's the end of the article. And in my opinion, Joe Biden coordinating with Twitter, Facebook, and Google to do what he's doing when it comes to shutting down opposition against his administration. He's no different than Putin or the Chinese government. He's totalitarian. We need to vote him out of office in 2024. And we need to get the Democrats out of office when it comes to Senate and the House in 2022. And make sure they stay out of there by 2024, as well as do it in all the states. Because the states are going to be the key to actually fix a lot of this stuff and get big tech under control. Not only that, in federal government, what they need to do is bust these companies down to size. They're monopolies, and you need to actually bust them apart and make them smaller so there'll be more competition. I mean, we did it with Standard Oil. You telling me we can't do it with Twitter, Facebook, Google, and Amazon? Absolutely we can, and it has to happen. Or more of our rights are going to be taken from us. It's bad enough with COVID out there. They've been going after religious freedoms and people's right to do with their body as they wish, whether they want to wear a mask or take a vaccine, so on and so forth. But then you have this kind of censorship and trying to keep the opposition quiet. It's no different than China or Russia. But guys, that's my opinion. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Peace.